Hello, hello, hello.
Hey,
Hey,
people.
everybody. How are you doing tonight? Hi, Mace. How's it going?
It's going. It's going.
No,
It's going.
it's been that kind of week.
It's been that kind of morning. It was all in the morning.
hmm It's been a hectic week for me too, but not as hectic as for these people that we're gonna talk about tonight because we got
Right.
a lot to talk about. It's a lot of foolery going on. And
Yeah, there's some tomfoolery.
yes,
Definitely.
before we get into the foolery, I do want to say hey to everybody who's already here. I want to say hey to Q, Jay
Thank
Rucker,
you. Hey, Jay Rucker. Who's that?
Day
Ray
Ray all
Day.
day, Robin, who's
Hey,
here,
Auntie. That's my auntie slash
Cleo.
mommy.
I want
Hey,
to thank
Cleo.
hey Cleo, thank all of y'all for being on time with us and just ready for the mess. So I'm not gonna hesitate. I'm gonna
Yeah,
jump
jump
right
right
into the
in.
bull because we have a lot to talk about because we didn't do a let's get into it last week. So we're gonna jump into the mess. We're gonna talk. The first topic of the day is hips don't lie. Um, hold on, let me. Hips don't lie. What's the other thing? Rock your hips, shake your hips.
That is Shakira. Shakira. That is.
Legs,
Those
hip,
are murderous
body.
hits. Those are murderous. Those are killer curves.
We're gonna talk about these killer
Literally.
here. So, in case y'all don't know, Tim Norman, legs, hip, body on the far left, has been accused of and was arrested for the murder of his nephew, Andre Coleman, in 2016. He killed his nephew for insurance money, life insurance money,
This is
but
hard.
he was too dumb to do the paperwork. The guy next to him in the next picture next to Lake's hip body, he was the one that was supposed to do the paperwork, but he was messing everything up. So he's caught up on fraud charges. He's not caught up with murder charges, but he's charged with being in connection with the fraudulent paperwork.
Okay, so this what's this guy Yagamin
I
Wale?
can't even say his name, but
Yeah, like
he was snitching as soon as he got caught. Terica Ellis, she was the slower that drove state to state. She was dealing with Tim
right.
Norman physically, and she was a stripper. I think she was living in Tennessee. I don't want to. Don't get me to lying, but she wasn't living in St. Louis, so
Right.
she
She was
drove
in
around the
another
state.
state and she pulled the ploy like basically online dating him, like catfishing him.
Yeah, she was luring him to the place where he would be killed, and she's the one who takes the shooter on the far right, Travell Hill. Now, Travell Hill is the latest snitch of the group. He was able to snitch and get some time reduced off of his sentence because I still think because he was looking at life. So as of right now, I don't know. He hasn't been sentenced yet, but he did cop a plea deal and implicated the rest of them. So he's going to get the best deal out of everybody.
So the trigger man is going to get the best deal.
Yeah, the one who actually killed him is actually getting the best deal because they really want Lake's hip body on the far left.
Right, because
That's
it's
what they really want.
conspiracy. That
Yeah,
is, yeah, it's usually happen that way. I watch a lot of the ID channel. The
they really
murderer, and if it's a conspiracy, the person who planned the murder usually gets the most time.
right. So they really want him. So Travell Hill on the far right, he's the shooter. Um, he did receive payment. He only received like 3,000
Right, via
for
Cash
this.
App, right?
Like he didn't even get a whole lot of money for the shooting because Tim Norman was supposed to pay out more, but he never received the money because old dude next to him couldn't fill out the paperwork correctly. So they never got paid off of the murder. So all of them are looking at hard time. None of them have received bond. Terica has been trying to receive bond because she's saying that she got kids, but
You got
evidently
kids. You should have thought about that before you said you got kids.
y'all kill me with the "I got kids" excuse because you was driving across state lines to meet this man just to kill him. And then once he was shot, you drove back to where you lived at, which is across state lines. So you can miss me with that.
Throw the book at all of them. I think all of them deserve life. Tim deserves death. They need to kill him and his hips. They both need to die.
His hips is working overtime in prison.
They should be. They should be in strong rotation.
They are in rotation, and he's been trying to avoid court. He's been switching his lawyers in and out because they have evidence, y'all. They have a whole bunch of evidence on Tim, including his cell phone, which was in his pocket when he was arrested. I told y'all about that.
Right.
Before. They have your own cell phone. They have the text messages between you and Terica, the side piece or whatever. The girl who was.
I need to know, where is Miss Robbie? Other than her recording songs and still making songs, Thoughtbox songs, what does she think about this? Because there was speculations and rumors stating that Tim may have had something to do with Andre's father's death as well.
I believe so. If you do it to the nephew, you'll do it to the daddy. You'll do it to anybody. So
it's just a sad situation. Like and it's so funny because now that I think back, because I was a fan of the show. Mm-hmm. Like Andre always, I thought it was because Andre's eyes was like really tight, but he always was looking at Tim like really like in disgust. Him and Tim never really got along. Tim was more.
Tim was mean to Andre all the time.
Yeah, and that's it. Andre was always like Andre looking at that, but Charles was kind of softer, and he would let Tim mess up. Andre wasn't here for it. Andre would go back and forth with him. Like I saw, Andre was like, what? And like really looking at him like he did give him a look like he didn't trust him. Mm-hmm. Like, but I think Charles was like real gullible and just happy. Like, look, I just don't want to work.
No, but Charles, I remember one episode Charles was crying because Tim came at him so hard. Like, yeah. Like he was making him cry. But Miss Robbie is still defending Tim Norman. This is all she has. This is her child.
Wow. And I know Janine is happy that she got out of that and that she's remarried, but poor Tim Jr., because he got a head just like his father.
How did y'all get mixed up in the first place? Like, he just looks weird to me. He I don't know.
His hips didn't lie. She looked at them probably like, ooh, they real shapely.
I'm sure they are going to look into that, but they haven't released the evidence that they have on him regarding that other case. But the DA with Travell Hill, what they did was they brought him in the room and they showed him all the evidence that they have. And then they show him what he could be facing. So Travell, I guess he said it's worth it to be a snitch.
He said, I'm about to fold like a napkin. He folded like a napkin. He's like, I don't got time for this.
Is it worth it? Because now you're in jail, you're not getting out, and you're going to be branded a snitch. And I'm pretty sure Tim Hips, Leg Hip Body, is going to put out a hit on you. Or he's going to try to do something to you while you're in prison.
Well, I hope his money is tied up, and I hope he don't have any money.
Yes, Tim was stalking Jennifer Williams, and when that story came out, a lot of people did not believe Jennifer.
Right, because I did not believe Jennifer.
I didn't, including me. I said not leg him.
She was stalking him and the dog before the dog passed away.
How was he running across the street? Like, how was he running? I don't see him running anywhere. So, none of us believed it. He was able to avoid that case. Like, that case was dropped, actually.
Because she went and she won something. Because I remember her storming off to court with her black suit and her lawyer. And she said she won, I think, the restraining order or something like that. Because he
restraining order, but she didn't win no type of monetary. It was a temporary restraining order at that. It wasn't a full thing, a full order or a judgment. But he was allegedly stalking Jennifer. So.
Frying chicken and plotting murders. I can't, it's just disgusting.
And his trial is set to begin in September 6th of this year. So when we get more updates, we'll give them to you.
Well, we will definitely be keeping a close eye on that.
So moving on to the foolery, we got to talk about Monique.
It's a Tyra Banks situation. We were rooting for you. We all was rooting for you.
Mm-hmm. Monique, I don't want to hear it no more about you being blackballed. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear you complaining. You are in the same boat as Nene, in my opinion. I don't want to hear it. You can't do stuff to yourself and then want to blame other people. Let's talk about it. Because I wasn't even going to talk about this story because I'm tired of Monique starting stuff and playing victim. So Monique had a dispute about her contract that she had with D.L. Hughley and this comedy tour that they're doing. She feels like she was supposed to be the headliner, but she wasn't. So she complained about it. She said a lot of nasty things about DL. She called him DL. She talked about his wife. She said, "How can you suck the D of a coward?" She came at his daughter recently. If y'all don't know, I don't know how y'all don't, but Monique has, and she still has the stuff on her page. If you want to go on her page and see it, she still has the stuff posted because she has no remorse.
Right. And I think, but for her to be a victim, of a similar type of trauma, why would you bring that girl up and that girl's business? Keep it between you and the other comedian, DL.
Exactly, but let me explain what she exactly did. She brought up D.L. Hughley's daughter's trauma. She was sexually assaulted by a friend of DL's. And
actually, DL cleared that up. He said it wasn't a friend of him. If you look on his page, a video, he said it was it wasn't even a man. It wasn't even an adult. He's saying that they got the story all wrong, that this was a child. This happened when they were two children. It was two children, and I guess maybe something went down with the two children. She went and told her father years later, and he brushed it off and said, well, kids will be kids. Like, y'all was just kids. You understand? So it shouldn't matter. So he said that he takes the blame for not acknowledging his daughter's pain, because even though his brain, he felt, oh, those are two kids fooling around and, whatever. And that it was never an adult in the room with his daughter. And it wasn't an adult. And for her to take that story and make it into what she put it in was a total lie. So that's what he said on his Instagram.
Yes, I'm just repeating what she said.
Yeah.
She said it was a friend of DL's, and that's why he didn't believe her at the time. But evidently it was something that happened a long time ago, but at the same time, that was very traumatic for his daughter, who is grown now. But for Monique to weaponize another Black woman's trauma behooves me, because you're the one talking about my sweet babies. I love you. What she say?
I love us for real.
I love us for real.
I love you, sweet babies. How my babies?
And when the daughter spoke out against it, you want to invite her to come on the show and talk about it. You want to use it for promotion for your show. So I'm gonna read what the daughter says. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So the daughter went in on Monique. So
yes.
She says, "Hi, I'm Ryan Nicole Shepard. You publicly disrespected my mother, who I love and care for very much, and my baby sister, who I love and care for very much, and my father, who I love, respect, and care for very much. At this point, I feel like you are asking my family and myself to get out of character. Out of all things that you can legitimately say about my dad, it's the route that you want to take. You chose to deliberately be mean, hurtful to two Black women who have nothing to do with this conversation. Using my mama and my sister to show my father's character only shows how little mental stability, dignity, morality, and respect you have, not only for yourself, but for other Black women. You are clearly 2 crayons short of a full box, sis. You are disgusting, and you absolutely need to keep every single member of my family's name out of your mouth." Just paraphrasing. And then Monique at the bottom says, "Hey, my young sister." thank you for the invitation. Because at the end of this, she wrote a long thing, but at the end, the daughter says that if you wanna talk, I can send you my address and let's talk. But I think she means fight.
That means fight, because that's that whole letter was politically correct. But what she really meant to say was, Monique, you done put my mama, my sister, and my daddy name and the dog name up in your big
and talked about the dog.
And if I catch you in the street, you and daddy in the street, it's on and popping. And if you can't wait till I catch you in the street, and if you feeling froggy, leave.
And daddy is the worst thing for her. I think daddy, and she has the same thing that Heavenly has with calling her husband daddy, and y'all in an open relationship. But anyway, here she goes again. Here's Monique. Hey, young sister. I have to say it in the way that
all right, go again.
That's the way she. That's the
right.
Way she,
go.
I can hear her. Hey, young sister. Thank you for the invitation for discussion. We would like to take you up on it because it could be very healing for our community. Have D.L. Hughley set up a time for you and your family and my husband and I to come on the show, and we will go from there. I love us for real.
Girl, Monique, girl, like
Monique, you're doing it to yourself. You're doing it to yourself. At this point, you're doing it to yourself. Because I was riding for you when you were standing up to Oprah and Tyler.
Right, we always rooting for you to get in Lee Daniels' butt, Oprah's butt, and Tyler Perry's butt. You know, even though we know
we already know somebody else already
been in there, but we wanted you to get in his butt. That's what we wanted. And you know, we was rooting for you. But now you going really, like, it's like you're going all out. And it seems like who tried to play them was the promoter. It seems like the promoter was giving, you know, false information, like playing both of them. Like, all right, you're the headliner. No, you're the headliner. Because according to what D.L. Hughley showed, it looks like he was the headliner. The picture was big. His name was in the bolder print. Her picture was a little small and it was pushed back. And they said the contract that she was showing was something that Daddy drew up. Daddy drew up that contract.
And Daddy don't know how to read. But I do
know how to read all right.
Make It Make Sense says Boots is somewhere getting her whole life. Probably is. Because
right.
It's still very messy. And I still like Monique. I still think that she's a talent. You know,
very talented. Funny.
I like when she was going off on D.L. Hughley on stage. I didn't see nothing wrong with it because back in the day, comedians used to go at each other and they used to come back at each other. But when you brought the daughter and her sexual abuse into it,
yeah, that was like going too far. Like you shouldn't even brought that up.
You taking it too far, and people are trying to tell you, Monique, you're doing too much, and she's in the. On her
it
page.
Was the dog for me. It was the dog for me. That dog sitting there, that dog didn't have nothing to do with nothing.
She has no remorse. She don't think she did anything wrong.
Because Daddy is sitting there on the side, and Daddy is a career ruiner because her career ain't been the same since Daddy. And
I think Daddy is also a son to somebody. They said he I don't want to put stuff out there, but they say he
allegedly what?
Let me put out the allegedly banner. They said it's a lot of rumors out there about Daddy. So I don't think Monique wants all of that stuff to be put out either.
So they said Daddy was playing Papa to somebody?
They said he's a butt pirate.
So he's Daddy and Papa.
That's what they said. Monique also put up numerous videos of D.L. Hughley saying disparaging things about Black women. Granted, D.L. Hughley is not perfect at all. And I don't agree with some of the things that he's said in the past, including the video that she posted of D.L. Hughley on Jay Leno's show talking about nappy-headed Black women. I think you should go on a white platform and dog your own women. That's right. To me, that's a no-go.
Yeah.
Because number one, that's like tap dancing for watermelon slices for me. So,
and you sitting on the white man stage talking about your mother.
Yeah, you basically calling these women that he did say nappy headed hoes.
Right. And you on the white man's platform talking about your mama.
So yes, Monique, that was wrong, but you should have left it at that. You shouldn't have brought the daughter into it. And part of maturity is acknowledging that you're wrong. It's okay.
I hope she worked out. I hope those squats and those how she was, doing those dances really worked. Because if I was Dion's DL Hughley's wife, if I see, she would have to see me. She would definitely have to see me.
Yeah,
and I would hope that she's in shape, because I don't know, because Dion look DL. I be calling him Dion. DL don't look like he could fight, but see, I would have to fight her and Daddy.
DL also came back. I did hear what he said. Basically, he called Monique disgusting and saying that he owned up to all his flaws and how dare you bring his kids up. And basically, he will not invite her on the show, that she will never be on the show again.
I know, because I'm about to call Curtis right now to tell him, like, I don't know if they finished the taping, because he didn't tell me that if they finished the taping of I think she's going to be on Kanan, because this is not a good look. 50 Cent and T.S. Madison rooted for her and got her, back in the good graces and, giving her work, and she, and for her to pull this like off the back like Monique, at least wait a year.
I'm just waiting for the information to come out on Daddy, because Daddy be looking real funny to me. Like,
he just be in the back with them hats on. It's just embarrassing at this point. I'm not turning around every time. Right, Daddy? Daddy? Mm-hmm, Mama? Daddy? Like, no. It's not gonna. It's not a go for me.
I did see Monique's sister. She made a statement as well. I believe, I didn't really get a chance to go into her statement, but I do believe she said something to the effect of "Stop embarrassing our family." So I don't know if she was talking about Monique or DL, but I think she was talking about Monique.
It probably was both, but
Well,
speaking of, because this really segued into another story about Black women. A lot of times, Black women calling Black men gay as if it's like an insult, like they use it as a weapon. Because by her calling like DL gay, like, what was your purpose of calling him gay and saying that his wife is basically sleeping with a gay man?
We were talking about this earlier today. Nola, Mason, and I, we were talking about this, and I brought this up, and we can have a discussion here since everybody's here. Why is it seems like this happens a lot with Black women, when y'all get mad with the man, one of the first things y'all say, he gay. DL been married to this woman for how many years, and then that's the first insult that you have for this man. Also, the next story that we have, Martell from Love and Marriage Huntsville is being accused by Coleslaw of being gay. After all this love you had for him up until now, all of a sudden,
you damn near left your child.
You left your child in a burning hot vehicle to be with this man. And then all of a sudden, because he said that he regrets getting with you, all of a sudden he gay. It just is,
This goes back, like I said before, this goes back to slavery. And it goes back to, and Black men have to stop allowing women to use "you're gay" as a weapon, because they know as soon as you say those are most likely fighting words, especially in the Black community. Like, if you say that to a man is ready to fight or ready to defend that he's not, and ready to prove so much, like, no, I'm not, and it will get a man riled up, so they know where to hit, where to punch, just like on the Housewives. If you see on the other counterpart, the Caucasian shows, they're not throwing in, "Oh, your husband's gay." Mm-hmm. They're never
as often.
Not as often, but they don't care. That's the whole thing. When they say it, they don't really care, so it doesn't get a buzz out of them. Mm-hmm. It doesn't get a reaction.
My thing with Coleslaw is, you say you hate the blogs, you hate being around, you hate your name being brought up. Stop bringing up my name, but you're always talking about stuff that's gonna be on the blogs. And first of all, I didn't believe this when I heard it. So I'm just letting y'all know that I don't.
Yeah, me neither. Like, I do not believe that. This seems like a woman scorn. It seems like that she's upset because it looks, because I'm rooting for Mel and Martell to get back together.
They may. I have
they
a feeling
they the same person. They the same person. And I know he does regret stepping outside his marriage and also having a baby by a person, because it's stepping out is one thing, but then to have a baby that's permanently there, you can't really do anything about a baby. The baby's always going to be a reminder to that woman that my husband cheated.
And if you listen to Coleslaw speak, she doesn't really sound all that intelligent. She
like, what were you doing, Martell? You were supposed to cheat up. Like, she will never be Melody. Like, she's like, you were supposed to cheat up, sir.
Thick Girl, are you saying that they called Teresa's boyfriend gay on the show on New Jersey?
And he doesn't care.
But it seems like it happens a lot when, especially on like black shows, black platforms. It happens a lot. It really does. But I really don't believe the gay rumors about Martell. I mean, Ariane was basically saying that he has a double life, but you were his double life.
Right.
So you say he got a triple life?
Right.
What are you saying?
Basically.
You was
that's
his
what you're trying to say, but you're saying that after the fact that you just hugged all up on him. Like, if he was come to her today or tomorrow and say, I want to marry you, I want to get with you, she'll be there. He wouldn't be gay no more.
So Ebony M says, when men cheat on their wives, they never cheat up. Mel is much more accomplished. Very much so.
Right, Ebony. Like, I don't understand this. Like, cheat up, men, like men and women. Why don't you go reach down and cheat up? Just in case, like in Melody's case, she got fed up and she left. At least you would be on the side with something more established. Now you sitting there struggling, trying to get a builder's license, trying to get hooked on phonics, trying to do all that type stuff, trying to get your life back together. This is just when cheating goes wrong.
And Nola brought this up earlier in our conversation. She said that saying somebody gay is a lazy read. And it is. It is. And Ebony M is saying the same thing. I agree that women have to stop saying a man is gay as if it's a read or try to embarrass him.
Right.
If you don't have solid proof or evidence, but you just saying this out of bitterness and, your coleslaw is dry, you don't have any more mayonnaise for your coleslaw. You have nothing else going on. You're not getting as much child support as you want. He stopped coming out over as
and now he's gay. But a lot of like black men too, they have to stop letting that be their kryptonite, because it's become to whereas we know as women, we know what to say, especially black women to black men, to get them all riled up. Like, this is their kryptonite. Like, as soon as you say that, what? It's like, you're going to get a reaction.
Because it's a thing in the black community.
Yes.
You have to defend your masculinity. If somebody try you, you got to defend yourself. You see,
Benzino was out here looking like a turtle on a half shell.
Benzino, I mean, they got evidence on you, but
right.
They got you on the phone with.
No, not. It was just the walk away from when he left that hotel room.
And Benzino turned himself in a little while ago for busting up out the car.
That was it for me. When when he walked away.
Benzino, the evidence is out on you. Sorry, Benzino.
The evidence was in his legs when he walked away.
But it wasn't in his neck.
It was in his legs.
So yeah, I wasn't even really gonna talk about it, but I mean, because I don't believe that story is true.
Me neither. I believe she's bitter. She's mad that he said what he said. Now you sitting there rocking that baby by yourself, and they like he's not there. Like, what can I do? Because it looks like him and Mel is filming together again, and he's really on a defensive. Like, I don't want to ruin this. We're in a good space. She's a hater. Period. She's a side dish, cold side dish hater.
And speaking of haters, I want to talk about Coach D. I love Bring It. Bring It is one of my favorite shows.
That's my favorite too.
I was watching it before we got on here.
Right, because I heard it in the background. I'm like, is that Bring It?
I love Bring It. So, and I love Coach D because I feel like she's raw, she's honest, She don't care how you feel about her. She gonna say what she got to say, and she's a great businesswoman. She's been able to grow her business.
Yes.
If you've been watching Bring It from when they first started to where she is
because
now,
they was in Birmingham and then they moved up until
no, they was in Jackson.
Jackson. Then they have one, and they went to Atlanta, then Birmingham.
Birmingham, yeah. So I think they closed the Jackson. They have closed the Jackson dollhouse, but they have the Atlanta one and the Jackson one. Mm-hmm. I think simply because she can't spread herself too thin. She moved to Atlanta, which is where she wanted to be. Like after the girls graduated, she was like, "Well, the show's over. The girls have graduated that were on the show, that the popular show, and that last season that they had wasn't that good." But
yeah, that last season,
y'all was just throwing anything into the mix. So she moved to Atlanta. She started the DD4L out here, and she's been doing her thing. So basically, what happened like last week or the week before, I think it was last week. Southern University. Well, this happened prior to, but she came out with the video recently. Southern University sent her a cease and desist, telling her that she cannot use Dancing Dolls as the name of her team anymore.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So this is why I like her. I love somebody. I love a petty person. I love a smart, petty person. So she goes and she buys the Fabulous Dancing Dolls, and she buys other trademarks so they can't use their names as well.
Right, their own name. Like, this is my thing. How do you come to somebody and tell them what they cannot use because it's yours when you didn't even trademark your own thing? You should have had all your ducks in a row before you even approach somebody telling them what not to use. That was just crazy for me.
Mm-hmm. And Coach D brought up good points. The fact that that's a general name that a lot of dance teams use throughout.
Yeah, because there was multiple dancing dolls.
But you went after her team because her team is popular. And I guess you no longer wanted to be in the background of what DD4L is doing. So she bought DD4L. She bought the Fabulous Dancing Dolls, which was the name of their team. Yeah. The Southern University dance team name. And now they can't even use their own name on their
right. And she bought I think what's it called, the form where she can actually make T-shirts and advertisements. So right. They can't even monetize off their own names.
Trademark the name.
Trademark. I didn't mean to play it, but here it is now. I'm gonna just play a clip from her live that she did on YouTube. It's like an hour long. This is just 2 minutes of it. She went off for an hour straight.
Trademark the name Dancing Dolls for the usage of dance and entertainment services. Southern University sent me a cease and desist letter in the mail in February telling me I cannot use the name and I need to take it off of my website. Okay. My lawyer has responded to it already. I let her handle it. She's probably going to scream when she sees this live. So what did I do? I went and I trademarked the name Dancing Dolls for the usage of Class 35, which is all apparel, socks, bags, hats, jackets, all of the above. I trademarked it for that. I went and I made sure that I also secured DD4L for the name of dance services in Class 41 and also Class 35 and 25, also hats, jackets, bags, etc. I also went and I trademarked the name Buck or Die. Buck or Die has also been trademarked for the usage of entertainment services, namely cheerleading, entertainment in the nature of dance performances, entertainment services in the nature of live visual audio performances by a dance team, entertainment services in the nature of a live dance performance, producing cheerleading, dance, and spirit-related competitions and events. Buck or Die. I also got Buck or Die for the class of merch. But since your ass is so damn petty and you went fucking with me, I went and got your name. Fabulous Dancing Dolls. See the serial numbers? It's going to take about 3 to 5 days to show up in the USPTO. Fabulous Dancing Dolls has been trademarked by who? What is it right there? Diane M. Williams, Inc. My business owned it. My business owns it. Fabulous Dancing Dolls, my business owns your name now. For the usage of dance events, live visual performances, the same class that you trademark Dancing Dolls in, now I got Fabulous. And I also got Fabulous Dancing Dolls in merch. Put that shit on a shirt. You heard what I said. So, this has been a message of setting boundaries. This has been a message of saying no. This has been a message for the graduating class of 2022, because I have graduated to a new level of business.
So basically, that was part of her live where she was going off on Southern University, and shame on Southern University to be HBCU coming after other Black teams.
That was pure haterade, and I'm so glad that she is so petty and so smart.
And Brinket has been off the air for a few years, so what was the point?
Right, it was so funny. It was the red spatula for me. Which
but Coach D is entertaining. I sat there and watched that whole hour of her going.
Me too.
I watched the whole hour.
Me too. She kept going back, and it
because every time you thought she was done, she was like, "Oh, and I bought this, and I bought this, and you cannot buy this, and you cannot put this on it."
Right.
I love it. I love to see it. I
know they're sitting there. They wish they never sent that cease and desist. That is when a cease and desist goes wrong.
And she said that they can have it back, but they got to buy it back from Coach D.
Right. Buy it back from my company.
Yeah. And shout out to her, because at the end of the day, her team goes by many different names. So they don't have to be called Dancing Dolls.
Right. And I'm so glad she trademarked Buck or Die. She made me want to throw a stand. I was like, yes, Coach D. Let me throw a stand. Right.
Don't make me call Purple Diamonds up here. Purple Diamonds.
I'm calling the Tigerettes. I'm getting the Tigerettes.
If
we're Coach Boo Boo Kitty.
Anybody, I'm gonna get YCDC. I'm gonna get Super Black Girl. I think her name's Super Black Girl.
Yeah, Super Black Girl.
I'm
calling Coach Boo Boo Kitty. Speaking of Coach Boo Boo Kitty, happy belated birthday to him. Another Gemini. Coach Boo Boo Kitty. His birthday was the day before yesterday.
You and these Geminis.
We pop out. I found out Pam Greer, Foxy Brown is a Gemini. Brian McKnight, Al B. Shore.
You just been looking for anybody.
They pop up on my timeline. Like I follow a Gemini, like a little page, and they pop up, and I was like, wow, like we are so entertaining and talented.
Let me look up the next topic. Let me see what her zodiac is. Hold on. Let me see if she's a Gemini.
Who's that?
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you in a minute. Let me look up her sign to see what sign she is. Let me see. She's a Cancer, which explains a lot. Okay, so we're gonna talk about Amanda Seales for a minute.
Oh, I knew she wasn't a Gemini. See, that was disrespectful. That was real disrespectful.
I was gonna see if she was a Gemini.
No, I do not see it for that girl.
Why don't you like Amanda Seales? I like her.
She irks I don't know. It's not that I don't like her because I don't know her, but it's just something, a vibe I get, like she's irking and annoying. Like she looks like she looked for stuff to complain about. She looks to fight the power with her white mother. Like she looks like she just looks for stuff. Like that's why the whole cast of Insecure didn't like her.
We don't know what really happened backstage. So
if everybody don't like you and like the Real didn't even acknowledge you, I forgot that she was on the Real. Girl, it's you. Just like Monique, it's you. Girl, it's you.
But I don't think because everybody don't like you, that don't mean you're a bad person.
No, I don't think she's a bad person. I think she's annoying.
I don't think she's annoying. I think she states her opinion
too much.
Speaking of her stating her opinion, I guess the Real did, because they're about to be canceled. I don't know if they officially announced it or not.
I think they did. Good night and good riddance. That's why when they got canceled. That's why what's her name? Dark Meat.
Who's Dark Meat?
You know who Dark Meat is? She was only in Dark Meat.
Who are you talking about? I don't know.
Jenny Ma.
Oh, Jenny Ma, yeah.
That's Dark Meat. That's Dark Meat Ma. Jenny Dark Meat Ma. She that's when she's showing her baby because she need, something to do.
Right. So they all are doing their own side gigs. And I guess the Real recently did like a farewell special or something where all the hosts that were ever on The Real. They included Tamar, Garcelle, Tamara, but they left Amanda Seales out.
I forgot that she was even a host on there.
So first, I'm gonna actually show. Hold on, let me get X out of this. I'm gonna actually show Amanda Seales' response. Why is it doing this? Hold on.
So apparently The Real in their finale episode did promo. I am not featured in The Real thumbnail, and I am not in their finale episode.
I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why it's playing twice.
I'll have some things to say about that. So apparently The Real.
So basically, that's her going off on.
Good job. I must really be out here just shaking.
She's basically going off on the producers for excluding her. Why you got your shades on? Why you got your shades on?
Oh my God, she's annoying. That's why they left her out. She's
you don't like her?
It's not that I don't like her. It's because I get an annoying. She has the spirit of annoyance on her, and like you know, with my psychic abilities, I pick up people energy, and her energy is annoying. Like she just even when she's not talking, I hear it. Like when I see pictures of her, I hear.
I hate to say it, but sometimes cancers can be like that. They are the most sensitive out of everybody, and they do be working people's nerves. But here's the video because I don't know what it was doing earlier.
The Real in their finale episode did promo. I am not featured in this thumbnail, and I am not featured in the farewell episode, apparently. I'll have some things to say about that. Good job. I must really be out here just shaking it. So apparently The Real.
So you don't feel like Amanda Seales has the right to be upset?
No, you out here annoying the table. You're not shaking the table. You was just annoying the table. You're annoying, like, girl. Like, we forgot, like, nobody really didn't even remember you was a host on The Real. Like, when was she a host? Like,
she was a host.
Like, when?
Listen, don't book me for the same thing that you want to be mad at me about. They booked her because they wanted a more vocal. Because the Black Lives
Matter. Now I remember. They wanted somebody to be the Black power because Tamara wasn't really,
Tamara was leaving the show.
Right, Tamara was in Napa country.
Black Lives Matter was a big thing at that time, and the whole George Floyd thing. And y'all brought this girl on there knowing that she speaks on this topic all the time. And so y'all wanted to bring that to the show. But when she got on the show, she made everything a race issue.
Because she is annoying. Like, girl, I know the struggle was real. But girl, your struggle wasn't even that hard. You had a white mother, so you had light skin privilege, pretty privilege, and white mama privilege. Girl, the struggle wasn't that hard for you. Like, she acted like she was down on the boat coming over it. Like, she really girl, like she
I think she brings up valid points. Y'all don't think that she brings up?
No, she does. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong.
Q said she's annoying too. So
she is annoying. Like, girl, she act like she was on the boat. I don't know if she's on the slave ship or the Mayflower. Like, pick a boat. And like you on, like, it's annoying. Like I mean, girl, like, just she make the struggle real. The struggle was bad. The struggle was horrible. But like,
I mean,
she's very. I want to also bring up her interview that she did with Charmaine the Goddess on the Breakfast Club, and she just went on there and shared her opinions on how they it was unfair for them to leave her out. Even though if you don't like her, if you like her, you don't like her. It was wrong for them, and it was shady of them.
But didn't invite her to the Insecure finale party, and they left her out of that?
They didn't invite her, and they kicked her out.
Why are you always being kicked out of somewhere, girl? Like,
I wasn't there. I can't say. I don't know her personally, but from what I see, I think she's an okay person. But I'm just gonna play this clip real quick of her and Charmaine the Goddess talking.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Tamar have issues too?
Tamar had issues. Allegedly, she had like apologized, and that's why they included her. But I have nothing to apologize about.
Mm-hmm.
They should be apologizing to me. Mm-hmm. You know, the leadership of that show should be apologizing to me. And in the Amandaverse, I will speak more to, you know, scenarios that I feel like took place on that show that led to me saying it doesn't feed my soul. But ultimately, they had the opportunity to do right in this instance, and they chose not to.
Mm-hmm.
That's to me the case. When people are like, why would you expect them to show you love? Because when you have the opportunity to do right by the people you wrong, take it.
Mm-hmm.
What about the women on the show when they see you, the other hosts? Are they friendly? Do you speak to them? We haven't even seen anybody really in like years because of this panini. But Jeannie and Adrienne hit me up, and we're like, that's bullshit. We did not realize that was, you know, happening. And we were gonna.
I didn't realize that y'all dislike Amanda Seales so much.
I tell you, when they called her, they probably was all huddled up laughing like, Amanda.
Rolling the eyes.
They were like, Amanda, we're calling to check on you. Are you all right? Yeah. You wasn't invited? That's bullshit. Yeah. We were very concerned about you.
They did the same thing to Tamar.
But Tamar, they couldn't leave out. Tamar was the show.
She was the show. She was.
She was the show. But like this girl, like how you get put on the show to be a representative of Black Lives Matter, and you get on there and you be too black. Like you're too, like you're so
too black. No,
like,
that's too black.
Like no, she just like every, like okay, somebody blew their nose with a white tissue. So all you do is blow your nose with white tissues. So white tissues is the only type of tissue. So you mean to tell me that you couldn't go on Amazon and order the black tissues and make it kind of even, like half
that's
black?
What the producers were saying that she was. Listen,
that's what she's doing. Like
I never watch the real regularly, so I can't really say what she did every episode. But what the producers are saying is that she made everything a race issue, and it was making the audience uncomfortable, and they were losing audience members. But at the same time,
I stopped watching.
At the same time, you brought this girl on during the Black Lives Matter protest era, where where all that stuff was going on. You knew she was going to go off.
They probably didn't think it was going to be to the extreme to where it becomes depressing. She was giving me a Ebony K from Housewives of New York. Like everything, like girl, I was like, and I know the Housewives of New York can seem very racist because they are just out of touch with Black people, out of touch with poor people, out of touch with regular people. They just live this life of opulence and they just forget that other people exist. We know that they needed to shake the table by bringing someone Black in, especially during that heated moment and that time in history. But Ebony was making every scene a teachable moment. Like, girl, I'm Black.
Garcelle did that too when she first got on.
Right, this is what I'm saying. It was giving very much like when Ebony K was on it, I was like, this is another Amanda Seales. Like, she was giving me Amanda Seales, so I had to stop watching. And I love Housewives of New York. And I was like, I can't even watch it with her on there. And I rooted for a Black person to be on there because I'm a fan of the show and I want to see a reflection of me because, in my brain, I'm rich. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't. She was just depressing. Like, every time something happened, well, as Black people, like, girl, it was depressing. Yeah. Like, when I sat there and agreed with Ramona, and I wanted to wear Ramona blue, and I was like, oh my God, pass the Pinot Grigio because it's like turtle time.
Yvette says, yes, she does have valid points, but sometimes she can come across condescending and self-righteous.
It's too much. And it's like, girl, like, you really, like, I don't even think, because she was a child actor for most of her life. Like, she was in Barbie doll commercials and doing it. Like, you didn't have
on the Cosby Show.
Right, this is what I'm saying. And then your mother, by way of your mother, you probably got a lot of opportunities that us regular Black folks didn't have, but you are just so power to the people. Like, girls, please.
You voted for, Q said, who did you vote for to be not on the show? Amanda Seals or Ebony from New York?
I want both of them to disappear.
So this is a segment I like to call Rumor Report. This is alleged. Let me put up the alleged banner.
It's going. Allegedly.
It's already on there. It's already.
Yes.
So this is something that is alleged. So I'm really just gonna say, they said Pastor John Gray cheating again.
Oh no! I watched that interview. Well, I watched Tasha K, and it's so funny because Alabaster, his wife. She seems like a very nice woman because I did watch the show when they had the show on. I thought the show was interesting because I watched it because he was just shaped up real funny, like really SpongeBob-ish, and the way he it was just really entertaining to me. But this man just keeps doing odd stuff. Like, you're texting these women and then saying that your wife doesn't cook and she's always eating McDonald's. And then according to Tasha K, he was sitting there fingering and playing with a doorstop. Like,
yeah, I'm not gonna get to that point of it. The point of it all, I just wanted to acknowledge the fact that he's still out here sitting.
But who is letting his funny shaped up ass in their DM? Because as soon as I see, I see, this is a Coach D moment. As soon as I see his funny shaped ass in my DM,
like Coach D,
in my DM, I'm calling Alabaster. I'm getting Alabaster on the line and telling her about her husband.
Alabaster evidently don't care.
No, Alabaster is, it's that church thing, and and then he's a man of the cloth. But girl, like the last time I would have been out. I would have been out the last time. He's
an embarrassment. Like when I see pastors do stuff like this, it made me not want to listen to anything. Like, he's in the same boat as Jamal Bryant to me.
Right. And then he was counseling people because he was counseling people in their marriage when I was watching the show.
Yeah.
And I'm
he
like,
Tamar,
how you counseling people on their marriage and your fingers smell like balls? Like,
you counseling Michelle Williams and when she was dating that white guy?
Yes. Him and Alabasters.
Because I think Michelle Williams had her own show, I believe. And he was in there supposed to be coaching them on their marriage.
Like, who are you coaching, sir?
But they say he in the street sending videos of himself, with an open robe and, sending videos.
Telling them what to come get. Like, come get this. And like, sir.
So
Pastor, no.
He's a dummy, too, because the females he messes with keep sending videos and voicemail to bloggers. Yeah, exactly.
And his wife, like, what is it going to take? I hope she's trying to she needs to pull a Marion Cosby, not marry her grandfather, but she needs to, start preaching herself, because I think she was like doing something in that realm, but she needs to start preaching herself and then parlay this. I need to call her because I could be her publicist. Like, she needs to, like, the empowerment of women and that women stepping up and leaving, even if you're a woman of God, but God does not want you to be treated like this. God does not want you to be a doormat. Ladies, it's time, because if I could step up and lead, you can too. And I think she can give that.
You gotta know God for yourself, and you gotta know.
Right, but I think she can give that, because a lot of them be faked anyway. But I think she can give that, and we can parlay this into a huge check. Alabaster, call me, girl.
But Ebony M says, well, the church may be pressuring Alabaster to stay with him. Possibly.
Adventure. That's her name. Adventure.
Yeah. Oh, I said Alabaster.
I've been calling her Alabaster. I'm like,
he had a show on a while back, The Book of John Gray.
Yes, it was a good show. I watched the show. I was really much into it. That's why I learned about Adventure. And I'm like, Aventure seemed like a nice woman, but I think she could parlay this and she could start preaching herself and become a motivational speaker, a woman of the cloth who left her, pulled herself up by her bootstraps and left her husband and made it on her own with her kids and still loves God. Do you love God? Yeah, I love God.
I was done with him when he cheated the last time, and then he bought his wife like a Ferrari. And
he bought her some type of expensive car.
He bought her an expensive car and was bragging about it, and this is what I do, and to me it came off as pompous. And
it was saying it wasn't the church's money and all this stuff like John Squarepants. John Squarepants. Go sit down, John Squarepants.
So that's one of the rumor reports. Also, did y'all see Phaedra doing her little press tour?
I did see a little clip of Phaedra. She was on the Wendy Williams show. Are we still calling it the Wendy Williams show at this point?
She was on that John Rappaport show. What's his name?
Yeah,
I just thought it was funny. This clip, I found of Phaedra. I thought it was kind of hilarious. But she was on Dish Nation.
So we got to talk Housewives. So how would you rate the current season of Housewives of Atlanta? Would you say it's exceptional, or would you give it an F or fail?
Well, it would be an NA because I don't actually watch it.
Oh,
that seems like the going trend right now for them.
Is that Shady Phaedra?
I just thought that was funny because
oh my God, it's that weird to me.
They had asked Phaedra while she was on the Wendy Williams show about Candy and how she feels about Candy, and she threw a lot of shade. She said, "Why y'all worried about me? I'm in Dubai." Like she's doing a guest appearance on Real Housewives of Dubai.
Or did you watch that? Because I watched the first episode. These women.
Is it on Peacock? Is it on Peacock or is it on Bravo?
I watched it on Peacock, but it is on Bravo. It comes on Wednesdays. I just saw the commercial saying that it's on Wednesday nights.
One of the ladies, I don't know her name, but she speaks 4 languages. They keep
the African model.
I don't know her name because I haven't watched the show yet. But she speaks 4 languages. They keep showing her preview everywhere.
Is she black?
Yeah, she's black.
Is Slim?
She speaks Somalian.
That's the African model. She's that's the model one, and I do
like her. I think
I do like her. She is very fierce. She's a model. She's from Africa, I think Somalia, if I'm not mistaken. And she came over to Dubai, and she became a model when she was in Dubai. And it's another one. It's a Jamaican one that's married to a handsome man, and she has 3 little boys. That's so cute. And she met him in Miami, and her husband is actually from London, and they live in Dubai.
Is that the one that's friends with Phaedra? Because I guess she's going to be guest appearing over there. And she's saying,
well, she looked like she could be friends with Phaedra.
She's saying that she's going to buy a house in Dubai, and she's over there. She's on yachts, and y'all are on the Titanic, and nobody watches Housewives of Atlanta.
Well, because if she's over there Dubai with them housewives, because them housewives
they are rich.
Yes, I'm like
And I don't want Phaedra to be out here trying to floss and act like you got it if you ain't got it. You don't have to prove nothing to nobody. You don't have to, because I feel like she has a lot to prove to people because she's been out, out of the spotlight for so long.
Yeah, do not be spending the prince and the president's college fund trying to front down there.
The kids want to be in Dubai. Why you gonna move to Dubai and they daddy?
And it's so and the Jamaican lady actually she had to order ice. She said they order ice daily just to cool the pool.
No, that's too much. But
they have ice. Delivery guys come and drop ice in the pool so the kids could cool off. She's like, it's 100 and I believe 19 degrees or something. Like,
well, they're in the desert. They're in the
yeah. I couldn't take the heat.
But I did open the doors to the church. I want to bring Thick Girl on here.
Hey, Thick Girl.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, I saw your video up.
Yeah, I decided to put a little something right there to fill
everybody
fill
go
a space that was right there.
YouTube page.
Yes, I'm about to play the video.
Yeah, but I'm about to say because that ain't all the shit that I'm about to put on it.
You about to put some stuff up there?
Okay,
I'm about to release another one.
I'm just gonna show them your page because I like to show love to people that show love to us.
Yes.
So
Thank
y'all go over,
you.
no problem. Y'all go over to Thick Girl's page. There she is right here, and go on ahead and subscribe. She got the cups. Support female black business.
Yes, and you know she's been talking to Miss Wanda, so she may be dropping some tea.
She got different.
Yeah, I dropped a piece of tea. I dropped her and Bernard earlier.
You talked to Bernard earlier.
Yeah, you ain't listened to the video. It's the video.
Oh, you have it on here?
They talking about the fight. Mm-hmm.
On this video?
Bernard is Miss Wanda.
No, not that video. It should be the first video on my page. It's nothing but it's just gonna be a black screen.
Yeah, it's the most recent.
But let me see if I can find it. But they kill me with that. They are some of the most, I'm gonna tell anybody that'll listen, type of people I ever seen.
Mm-hmm. And then you're gonna try to go on somebody else's channel. I ain't gonna say this person name on y'all page, but try to go on somebody else's channel. And this person asks you about somebody recording you. Do you want to jump out there and say, and if they play it, I'ma sue them. I'ma sue them because one thing about Alabama, it's a two-party state, girl. Know where you live at. It's a one-party state. I wasn't even gonna put it out there at first.
I don't know what you marked it as. I don't know what's
Yeah,
on
press.
it.
I understand. It's nothing bad on it. It's nothing bad on it.
What's on it?
He's like, oh, it look kind of dangerous.
I just put it for. I just put it so 18 and under wouldn't get on it. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I was about to say because YouTube gave me a warning. It's like, hold on.
Right.
She didn't know that I was gonna ready to fight. She thought I was about to smack her disease. That's what she was thinking the whole while. But her thoughts changed.
It's an echo, babe. It's echoing, Shady.
But I really couldn't even make out what they were saying because they so ghetto and country at the same time. I can't really understand what they saying. Mace, you muted.
He was talking about the fight.
Oh, okay.
They were talking about the fight that happened.
Because
it was echoing. That's why.
Y'all gonna have to interpret for me. It was above.
And he done went down yonder.
They were.
And he was about to swing.
Who, Bernard?
Don't play with Bernard. Bernard said
no. They said that
Tisha bones.
They said Tisha was about to get in the fight, and Tisha was like, "No, let my mother go. Don't hold my mother back. My mother about to do some things." And he was like, "Yeah," because Tisha was ready to fight too. She was like, "Yeah," but I told her she don't gotta fight my battle. She don't gotta fight my battle. Child, that's just.
They all talk to me. I'm sorry. Anybody that does all this talking, they ain't about that action. If you doing all this talking, you not about that action,
right? Because there's not going to be no long talking.
When you really about that action,
the next one I'm about to release is Wanda trying to compare. Wanda is trying to compare Ariane forgetting that her son is in the car, and because she's so pressed to get on live, she's trying to compare that because male kids were sitting in her truck with someone, with an adult, all them adults out there in the AC. Mel didn't forget that her kids was in the truck. Mel knew her kids were sitting in the truck. They had this film real quick.
And her kids
but she tried to spoil
her kids.
Right, and they tried, but Wanda, exactly, but Wanda retarded it, tried to correlate the two.
See, all that Queen Helene and that black and pro gel done went to her head.
I just dropped the
link.
It's
my name, Prosperity Kid Girl 40. That's the name of my page.
But I also dropped the link for anybody who can't find it. Hey, Bernice.
Hey, thick girl, how you doing?
Hey, auntie.
Hey, I was talking to that one who was going to remain nameless, who did the interview with Wanda.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling her, I said, you was coming from as a fan because we went on her show and told her, like, you didn't ask her any questions about the lives that you did. She said, well, I didn't know nothing. I didn't know nothing about that. Well, then you was at a disadvantage because Wanda said some things in her live that pissed people off. That's what they was asking you in the chat.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Y'all
But my thing is, we have seen this person in the chats while Wanda is doing these interviews. She's a liar. She sent me some emails. I didn't know it was you. She knew exactly what she was doing. She knew about those lives. She was in chat in some of those lives. So therefore,
I'm like, I'm all into. I'm like,
who shall not be named is put it in the private chat. Who y'all?
Marcella.
Oh,
Marcella.
Y'all don't like Marcella?
No, it's what I
thought I liked Marcella. I thought I liked Marcella. I thought Marcella liked me. Till I didn't know until I watched her interview. I like, damn, I didn't even know.
Was your name?
I was going up with it. Y'all know.
She brought your name.
She knew exactly who she was talking about. No, she ain't say my name, but I was the only person that went on this live, and Nola Live said I had a recording of Wanda talking about all this mess, and she was in the chat when I said it. So therefore, who else is she talking about?
Oh wow!
She showed. Yes, she was in the chat. She was in the chat.
And y'all know I had went up for Marcella. I'm talking about even back in the ATT days. Don't come for Marcella. What we ain't gonna do is come for Marcella. But we ain't always gave that lady the utmost respect.
I swear, you know what? I think I told Princess or something that I know Marcella. Like, I don't know if she's from the Bronx. I think she is from the Bronx, but I don't know if she's
from New York somewhere.
She's from New York, but I think she's from
New York, but she's from Virginia.
From Webster Projects in the Bronx, like by Webster. Because I swear, I remember when I used to go to my aunt's house, like, and I could see her younger, like a younger version of her. Like, I'm always like, I know this lady. I know her. I know her from New York, from the Bronx.
Yeah, I thought we was cool, child. I did not know. I was like, ooh, that's something new for me.
I can't tell you what's going on over there because I don't be over there, so I can't really say what's going on over there.
Well, she's a fan. She's a fan of. She said she got
that's why I wasn't
much
trying to say her name
for her. And I'm saying you wasn't being objective, because you like her as a person. Mm-hmm. And that's what that's what people in the chat were saying. Like, well, why she not asking her this? Why she not asking her this? Like, she wasn't asking her the tough questions. She was just asking her from the questions as a fan, and
she was letting her clear up things.
Right.
She was letting her clear up things.
She wanted to be nice. And some people don't know how to interview. Not everybody has those type of skills. But that's not shade. But because everything I say can be interpreted as shade, but everybody ain't got it. But what do y'all think?
Right. You already, right. Shady received the King of Shade award yesterday.
Okay. Congratulations, Shade.
Thank you. They gave it to me.
That's a Pisces thing. We can be talking about Jesus, and they swear we don't
realize he's like Shady Juice next week. You'll be like, wait a minute.
Exactly. So
I'm getting the way I'll be trying to catch myself before I go there, especially at work. I'll be trying to catch.
See, that's what I'm saying. Because that's what I was saying about Marcella. I had no problem with her. I still have no problem with her. But I wasn't being shady just now. But I guarantee you, everybody gonna go tell the lady I was being shady. But my thing is, don't say you didn't know when you did it. That's my only thing.
I mean,
we're Pisces. We don't know how to do anything else.
But what do y'all think about some of the topics that we talked about? We talked about Tim Norman, Coach D, Amanda Seals. Oh, we didn't talk about Nicci Gilbert.
Oh yeah, we need to get into that because this
what Nicci did
another one that's annoying.
She's becoming just as annoying as
she's annoying.
So I forgot because that was supposed to be one of our topics, but I forgot to talk about her.
Well, we can discuss that now because
let's bring it up now. So in case y'all don't know,
is she suing somebody else for something she claimed that they stole from her?
It's the same case going on.
She's claiming that P Valley has stolen the likeness from her, and that one day y'all are gonna see, and she's suing, and she wants y'all to support. I want to know what y'all think. I want to show this clip of Nicci talking about it.
All right, we gotta mute. Everybody mute.
Beautiful people. First of all, thank you to everyone. The blogs, the journalists, the people who have taken the time to look at the stipulated facts on worthmedia.com and really are looking at this objectively. I don't expect anybody to hate the next person. I don't expect nobody Listen, all I'm doing is fighting for my intellectual property right. This is unprecedented. I'm going against a couple of multi-billion-dollar corporations, and it is not easy, you guys. It is very difficult, but I'm a fighter. I'm a warrior. I'm equipped with everything I need. I'm grateful to my legal team who believes 100% in me. And to the young people out there and the people who are fans of the show and disappointed that here go Nicci Gilbert again with some issues. I don't do this for clout. I don't do this because I want to cause problems and issues for other people. I'm doing this to protect not only my intellectual property rights and my future, but yours too, whether you can see it or not. If it happens to me, it happens to everybody. This is a very important case to watch. So you don't have to form an opinion. You don't have to stop. I'm not encouraging anybody to stop watching P Valley. By all means, watch it. Let's see if the lady can really write. I want to see what she's working with, like everybody else does. And I have my proof at worthmedia.com. And I think everybody should watch this case, because if this is not a case for copyright infringement, all I got to say is, hey, what's up, beautiful?
So she's been going on a campaign against the creators of P Valley. She's claiming that P Valley stole the idea from her and stole verbatim from her play that she did that nobody watched. I don't remember her having play, but I guess she's saying that.
You think she got the pattern on Peddling Puss? Like, cause ain't not like, girl, ain't nothing but a show about a strip club. They got several, so now she gonna go to Eva and BET and them and say they stole her idea and made it a male version of her idea. Like it's.
Sheena, are you being shady or are you for real? You don't know who she is.
No, because 5 miles to empty, it's 5 miles to boo, girl. Boo. Like, girl, stop.
Okay, so if y'all don't know, she was in the group Brownstone back in the 90s. And then more recently, she was on
R&B Diva.
Right. We heard it in the grapevine that nobody cares, girl.
She was the villain on R&B Divas. Nobody liked her on the show. The castmates didn't like her. The people didn't like her. So
nobody like her on IG either.
She really is not getting that much support.
Because she's very much so Amanda Seales tease. Like, girl,
I told y'all she's annoying too.
It's giving.
She's annoying as hell too.
It's giving My Sweet Babies. That's what Nicci Gilbert is reminding me of.
Like, what was the name of her show? Pussycat Dolls or whatever? If that's the case, the Pussycat Dolls could come to her and say, you took our idea. Like, girl, you don't have...
Well, goddamn, Chippendales can sue everybody.
Girl's been slinging on his pole.
Chippendales can sue everybody if that's the case. Mm-hmm. God damn it.
I don't understand, like, because yours, you start to sue when yours didn't pop. You understand? Mm-hmm. When yours didn't pop off, like, you have the same... So you mean to tell me I can't think the same thing you think? Like, or I can't have the same idea, or we can't think. If you thought about it, why couldn't I think about it? May the better person win. Yours did not pop off. P Valley did. Girl, boo. Go sit down somewhere. Go cry in your pillows. Like, stop.
It may be similar, but that doesn't mean that they copied your idea. I mean,
the thing is, like, everybody. You think about a stripper, right? Okay. You want to have a show about a stripper. So you mean to me, how far can you go with this stripper situation? Mm-hmm. Like, how far, like, how creative can you be? You can't be.
Well, Uncle Luke knew the sue all.
I did watch some of her shows because I believe she had a show. It was playing on Amazon Prime or something. Like,
I can't tell you about that. I don't follow to that extent.
You had a show about a strip club. Yeah, it was called the Pussycat Dolls or something Dolls, and it's about somebody's strip club struggling and something like that. Even if she took your idea, even if she did, let's say she did, she took your idea, she twisted it around, added some sprinkles, added some icing, put some scoops of ice cream on it, and made it better than yours. And hers popped off, and now you are mad. Stop. Like, girl, you sound just bitter. Go sit down.
Because Nicci is actually, every day she's posting something about it. She's posting the ratings, saying that the ratings haven't been that great for the first episode that just premiered. She's saying that she watched the first episode and the writers aren't writing, the episode wasn't great and it's not going to be a good season. Well,
y'all know who she sounds like?
You said
this is another Nene Leakes situation. This is another Nene Leakes situation to me. You're mad yours didn't go the way you wanted it to go. Now you want to sue everybody and their mama. You didn't care about the people before now, but now that you need our help, you're so get out of my face with all of this. That's what you do. Just get out of my face and go sing if you still can. Go
Do
do
y'all
something
think she
else.
has a case?
Be happy that you on the Queens. Don't like she on that show with Claudia Joe.
I don't
Just be
think she's going to
happy.
win
Get
her
your
case. I think
food.
her lawyer's going to take her money. The lawyer's going to they're
Just
going
like
to go. I
Nene
don't think
lawyers
that
gonna
she's
take
going
her
to
money.
case because, like, girl, you putting a show about a strip club. Like, even if I do a show about a strip club right now, how far I can go with a show about a strip club? The girls on a pole. You got to have a little backstory, but it's going to be mainly about the girls at the strip club. It's like, girl, like,
Do
what?
you know how many urban book writers
Yeah,
there
like,
are that you can say they copied each other? If that's the case, everything that's being done is copied. If that's the case, goddamn
Right.
Spirit is riding off of Delta. Like everybody is taking everybody damn idea. If that's the case,
just think maybe just the better man win. Y'all may have had the same idea. Maybe you did. And P Valley just popped off. P Valley was a better concept. It was more put together than your show. Like your show was like looked like a stage play. Like I think she had a stage play.
It was a stage play.
Like a stage play. And she just took it and made it better and ran with it. And now you're mad. Nobody wasn't coming trying to pick up your stage play for a show.
I think that she's,
no, y'all want to hear about copying? What y'all think about Milan supposed to be having a bad boys club on MCTV and
I don't want to hear.
And they're supposed to.
Ever since he let his friend get mollywop like
and
that.
And then the Natalie girl, and the dude that he let get mollywop is gonna be on his show. It's nothing that you could ever say to me again after you let that man beat me up like that, and you just sat there and watched.
I don't think that he has the rights to do that. They're gonna have to call it something else. But I don't think
he holding auditions, boo. He's holding auditions.
Probably he's mad because right now Natalie Nunn and Jonathan is actually holding auditions for the Bad Boys.
Yep.
I don't think Milan has the money to do a really good show. I mean, he could do a show on YouTube.
That's what Good Boy was saying. Good Boy was like, so where are you getting the money to pay these people?
You don't have
he can't pay y'all.
Because at the end of the day, Natalie has the backing of a network.
Right.
You number one, you don't own the rights to Bad Boys Club. I'm sure Zeus has got the rights to that. Mm-hmm. So you're gonna have to name it something else. And are you gonna shoot it on a tripod in your living room in a hotel?
Milan is just too old.
I'm not a fan of Milan. I think Milan he's been wanting the spotlight ever since he was kicked off Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. But that fake story.
Milan is just.
What is MCTV? What network is that? I've never heard. I thought they were saying MTV wrong.
Maybe it's
I was like, what is MCTV?
Maybe that's Tokyo Tony Network. She said she about to get a network. She said she about to have her own network.
I guess anybody can have a network these days. All you gotta do is have a name and then just say you're gonna put some stuff on the website.
I'm gonna need Milan and his high booty. I'm gonna need Milan and that high booty to sit down.
But what do y'all think about
they have delusions of grandeur all over the place?
What do y'all think about Monique, Tim?
Right, get away from me.
Coach D, Amanda
I'm tired of Monique.
Monique, I just finished watching Bishop's show, and he was breaking down her last video. She's continued running this. She changed her story. Now it's the promoter's fault.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
It been the promoter's fault. Like I said,
we said that from the beginning. It was the promoter's fault.
To play y'all against each other. Oh, and shout out to Bishop too. Another Gemini.
Yes.
I think his birthday is tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. Tomorrow. It is tomorrow. Yes, it is tomorrow.
In an hour and a half.
But she's still trying to turn. She's still steady trying to turn people against DL.
I don't like him either, so I really don't care.
She did do a smear campaign on DL, and then she brought up some negative things that he has said in the past. And
she's continued doing that. She keep going back to his past. Well, he said this and he said that. If you didn't address it to him when he said it the first time, I don't want to hear about it now.
Exactly. And she's still doing
I wish both of them today.
All of this stuff is still on her page today. Like she does not care. She's not showing any
Because
remorse.
daddy told her to keep it up.
And then even
I want
her live, and then
and how she calling somebody gay and he's supposed to be, and they talk about he's
that's what I was
like
trying
his
to
butt
say.
down
Is
to your
he got some alleged stuff going on with him, so you might want to keep that mouth closed because you don't want.
When people start digging, because girl, you just talking too much, and now somebody gonna come out, somebody gonna say something, somebody gonna dig somewhere,
or
and
pull up a video and release a video on Twitter. You know,
right?
you
You daddy gonna be
exactly.
So just like they did with Nelly and them, and it was somebody else that got caught up in the tape like a little while ago. They'll release. Yes. So don't think that you're above it, and don't.
And I'm so tired of that other pastor, John Gray, him to sit down too. I did like his show when it was on, but I'm so tired of it. God is tired. God is tired of y'all playing with him. This is why we going through all that we are going through down here on this earth. Can y'all leave God alone and stop putting him in y'all dang on mess? Because all of us ain't got nothing to do with it. And I don't want to suffer because y'all want to keep on playing with God.
You're not going back to his
I play with everybody, but God.
You can't just
not
trust.
one.
It's so alarming that people go to the church for sanctuary and stuff like that, and it's so scary now because you can't trust the man of the cloth. Like you are the man of the cloth. You acting like the man of the balls. You sitting there fondling your member, your mighty, they allegedly small member.
Ooh, okay.
And sending pictures.
You can't even find it. Like what?
You know what?
He probably ain't seen
take an
his
oatmeal
thing
bath,
since they
allegedly.
seen him.
Allegedly, he had eczema down to his ball area. Allegedly,
that's what they.
That's
That's what they
nasty.
said. That's what they said.
so he needs to be soaking in a
That
tub
is
full of
nasty.
oatmeal water instead of out here calling these.
He's too busy eating it. He's too busy eating the damn oatmeal. He can't take a bath. It's
He not
eating
eating
it.
oatmeal. He not eating oatmeal. He eating like something. He ain't eating oatmeal.
Oh,
But
he eat oatmeal. Oatmeal stick to you. Eating a lot of oatmeal.
Speaking of
Oatmeal,
legs,
steak,
body,
all that.
and eczema, let's talk about Tim Norman in this case. The snitch has snitched on Tim Norman, and it's gonna get worse for Tim because he got a lighter sentence, and Tim is gonna get a worse sentence.
Oh yeah.
You know how they should punish him? They should make him stand up and keep walking like really fast. Like make him walk like really fast, and his thick thighs start rubbing together, and then it causes a friction, and then it goes to
that's gonna be friction.
spontaneous combustion, and he just blows up.
Mace.
And you know he got hair on his leg. I can just imagine he got hair on his legs, and that's gonna catch on fire.
Faster, and his legs are just rubbing, and then boom, he explodes.
Put him on some corduroys.
So
some
what do you
corduroys
think about
on
this crew right here? Like the dumbest crew alive. All this evidence is on you.
Yeah, they just
all these text messages, all of these, they got you on tape driving from state to state and got your text messages, and you can't feel it.
I got the evidence game.
He couldn't just steal from his mama and leave it as that. He had to go and do the other thing.
Miss Robbie was getting him. Miss Robbie was suing him.
Miss Robbie was not playing with him because
Miss Robbie got him do a murder. But she ain't gonna let him take. She gonna defend him over a murder now. But she not. What she not gonna do?
Take her money.
Defend him when he's trying to steal money from her. She ain't gonna let him steal money from her.
Well, he's taking her money either way because she paying for them lawyers. Well, she paying for them lawyers, and she putting money on his books, and she doing all other stuff. She might as well let him just took the money.
Right.
She's doing her motherly duties. She's doing her motherly duties.
And conspiracy to murder.
I'm not that mother. I'm not that mother. I am not that mother.
But you would defend your child to the end, right? So what if your child get arrested for murder?
If it's his ass will be in jail. That you did murder. If they can prove that you did it, that's your fault. That ain't got no reflection on me. I gave you what you were supposed to have when you was with me, and I gave you enough to carry on in life. Now, what you do with what I give you is two totally different things. I am not going to be coming. I don't do jail. I tell my kids, I told their fathers, I don't do jail. I don't collect calls. I'm not coming to visit you. Ain't nobody searching me like I done did a crime just to come in there and sit with you for 5 minutes. That's not never gonna happen. You're not getting none of my money. And you're not running on my damn phone bill. You're not gonna call me call Shauna on 3-way. No, we're not doing none of that. Put your ass down and tell Shauna to put some money in your book so you can call her. Other than that, you will be there.
Damn, that girl,
mother.
breathe, girl, breathe.
I don't play them games. I got 4 boys. I am raising grown ass men, not thugs, not punks. If you want to be one, that's on you. What you will not do is blame me.
And especially the murder conspiracy of my grandson, of the murder
Right, your
conspiracy
nephew,
of my dead son.
And the daddy.
Son.
Allegedly.
As I said,
And the daddy.
And I'm about to say, and your brother, and you. They said you did the brother too, and that's really why you did the nephew, because he found out. Like, no, Your Honor. Well, how much time you say you give? Okay, I just want to make sure, because if he escape, I will be calling y'all.
Oh, damn, that's deep. You hear about the man who
I'm that
sued
mama. I'm not gonna be the one talking. No, that's not him. Yes, that's him. I bought the sweater for Christmas, 1994, and I'm doing all that.
Remember his female
I'm getting that
cousin?
reward money.
Oh.
Remember he had the female cousin?
Who?
Tim.
Female cousin?
No, he had a female cousin. That remember she was started to
I
be
ain't watched it
bartender at one of the
Miss Robbie's niece.
Yeah, the niece. That Tim.
I never watched it.
I wonder what
I did used to watch the show, but
I wonder what she has to say about it.
Most of the family is backing off except Miss Robbie. She's really the only one that's still on leg, hip, body, hips don't lie side. Everybody else has really
Miss Robbie out here
distanced themselves from this case.
Yeah.
Nobody else.
Miss Robbie out here making music videos. Miss Robbie ain't got no time. She's out here making videos.
Miss Robbie
out she should have cheated.
Rolling on a river.
Robbie talking
Miss Robbie's in Mississippi now.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure she had to leave the state because of all this
She's in Mississippi now. She opened up a restaurant.
All I see when
I don't want.
All I know when I see Tim is I want to apologize to Jen. That's all I want to do. Every time I hear Tim's name, I want to apologize to that girl because we all call her a liar.
Girl, we apologize. We did not believe you.
I don't know. Like we just said this in the basketball wise review. I don't know what's going on with Jennifer, but she seems to attract like trash around her.
Crazy.
You know what it is? It's because Jennifer is looking for the money. Jennifer is not really looking for a loving relationship, and that's why I think she would be alone like most of her, because after you got to have something more past this. This can be attractive, but this comes off. Like at night, I take my wig off and hang my wig on the doorknob. My husband has to be in love with the clean that's underneath my wig. Like my cornrows is to the back.
And she ain't gonna let him see it.
If you don't
she's not gonna let him see that part. She's sleeping in her wig and makeup.
Yeah, this is nothing. Like how you look, this fades away. It's the person that you are. Like, girl, can you cook for your husband? Are you attentive? Or do you care? Are you concerned? Are you not selfish? It's more than the looks. And Jennifer is wrapped up in I'm pretty, so you're gonna give me your money.
Give me your money.
And it's not that, and you're gonna end up with a crazy killer with wide hips.
With that being said, let's go on commercial break real quick because I forgot to play the commercial. Y'all hit that like button
and subscribe.
And hit the subscribe button. We'll be right back after this.
And that notification bell.
Hey guys, hope you're having a good time. By the way, don't forget, hit that like button. And if you're liking, you might as well subscribe. And drop a comment below. Come on guys, let's get into it.
Another thing I wanted to touch on before we close this, what do y'all think about HBCU attacking smaller dance teams in the industry? And how do you feel about how Coach D responded?
I would have did the same
I love
thing.
the way she responded. I don't want her to sell or give them back their name. Don't give them or sell them nothing. But most HBCUs are ran by who? People that don't look like us.
That
so
is
what
very
do we
true
expect?
because I used to work for one, and the president was a white person. It was,
Exactly. So what do we expect? They don't care about us. They care about us long enough to get our kids in their school and get our money in their pockets, but they don't really care. They don't look like us. They don't know. They don't even know the history about the person who college their college is named after. They all probably don't even know nothing about them besides what they don't read.
And they
Other than
don't
that,
care to know
they
anything
don't
about
they
them.
don't care.
And what they did with her, that
HBCUs are just black faces, not
and then
black
they try to take
inside.
a
No.
name that she built up. Like, even if like the Dancing Dolls is so popular, so as soon as you hear Dancing Dolls, who do you think about?
Coach D.
I'm not thinking
Coach
about
D
I'm
and
thinking about
Lifetime.
you mentioned Dancing Dolls. All I see is red and black, and I'm going to say it. You understand? So that's she builds up the name, and the name is popular, and it's getting traction because of her and her girls and her show. And now, after the show has been off for several seasons, the show hasn't been on for years.
Yeah, it's been up for a while.
And now you come and you in her cease and desist. I am so glad she handled it the way she needed to handle it. Because Coach D, you did that.
I love Coach D.
You did that. And that's how you handle it.
I love Coach D. I love how she talks. I love everything about her. Her attitude. She don't put on for nobody. She don't try to make herself seem more than what she is. She knows she educated, but she's still hood as hell. I love everything about Coach D. And this just made me love her even goddamn more.
Right, it did. What really made me like her is when that damn Neva was trying to bring up her background.
Oh yeah, she cut into her.
Yeah, she.
That was when the show got really dirty.
Like, girl, like you was going real low.
She did do it, but at the same time, she was able to turn her life around and start a business.
Yeah, but you're making up stuff like you trying to think about that part. This girl, this lady done changed her life. She's out here helping these girls, so they don't have to go down the same road that she may have had to go down. And for you to bring that up as a mentor of other young black girls. How dare you? That was so dirty. And then you had them doing that tick, 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 opening their legs looking stank.
And I'm sure the parents know about Diana's past. They know about Diana's past.
Right.
A lot of them, they have past of their own.
She probably thank you. I about to say probably was in the other store with the one she was in.
They was at the same parties.
But at the
but
same
that's
time,
my whole thing. I hate that about black women. Black women will tear another black woman down so fast that it don't make no sense. But we'll raise up these stank ass men that don't care about you, won't do nothing for you. But soon as you get in the goddamn problem, who you calling your girlfriend? That same chick that you talking mess about, but she'll be there faster than any man. But y'all love being male identifiers. Get out of here with that bull crap. That's some bull.
Yep.
And what do y'all think about Amanda Seales? Because the chat don't like her. But I
don't
want to
like
know
her.
what y'all think. Bernice, what do you think about Amanda Seales and her claim that the
Did y'all hear about the little the girl from Coach D dance team that got killed a couple of months? I mean, it was unalived a couple of months ago in a drive-by.
I did hear about that, but I don't know her name.
Yeah, she was killed the same way her father was.
Oh my God!
Well, she was on the show, but she was in the background. She wasn't one of the main girls, but you would see her on the show,
right?
Like when you know, it was a lot of girls on there.
She's been yelled at.
Yeah.
As long as it wasn't Canary, was it? Because that's all I was.
Canary. It wasn't Canary. It was
I used to hear in the background. Canary. Canary.
I can't remember. Let me look it up.
But you know what? Also,
I can't remember her name.
In that video that Coach D made, she also brought up the fact that same HBU, it was something that happened with Cameron. She also
Cameron, they how they were treating them the sorority or something.
To how they were treating Cameron, and they did.
Her name was Shakira. Her name was Shakira.
Oh yeah,
yeah, Shakira. That's what it was.
I don't want to put her picture up because I don't know how old she is. I think she's grown. She was grown at the time.
She had just turned
17 or 18.
She had just turned 18.
Okay.
She's about to graduate from high school.
But she was very young, and if you watch the show, you have seen her on there.
Oh my God.
She was on there. But she was shot, and I did see that on social media. Like, that is sad. That is very sad because she was so young and beautiful and talented. So
yes. And I like
God, it's so sad. These guns, like, stop.
Right. Amanda Seales.
Yeah. The neighborhood she was born in.
Yes, definitely. Condolences to the family. Like,
right. Amanda was too radical for the real. I mean,
she was radical.
Too pro black. Because anytime the producer said anything to her that she didn't like, she reacted to it, and you could tell it on her face when
and it
they
seemed like
come
she was
back from a
blackfishing.
commercial.
I don't know if you could call it blackfishing.
Excuse me 1 second, y'all.
All right. I think she was blackfishing. It's like you look for a thing to make it a thing. Like, girl, calm down. It's like you look for something to make it a thing. Like anything. What? Somebody said, what? I'm going to make it a thing. I want, like, girl, stop. It's annoying.
But I do think that she makes a lot of valid points. And y'all don't let the not liking of her deter y'all from what she's actually saying.
No, because she does make valid points. But the point is,
to me, make a lot of valid points.
But when you make so many, people overlook your valid points because everything is a thing. Like if I had this and this was white, why do you got a white spatula? Why you don't have a black one? You make it so much. And now when you come back and talk about discrimination in schools, it's like, oh boy, Amanda's talking again. And it may be something valid and important that we need to listen to. But being that you talk so much over everything. You don't want to hear nothing you have to say. Because it's like, girl, you're annoying at this point.
That's what yeah.
Hey, yo,
but
this is the girl.
I think she's highly intelligent, and I do like Amanda.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that's her. That's Shakira, who was shot.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so if you've watched the show, you have seen her on there.
Oh
yeah. Because she started off as she was on there for a long time.
Yeah.
I think she was on the stand battle team. Wasn't she on the
she was.
Yes,
yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
y'all one of the main girls. She was one of the main girls.
But go ahead with what you were saying, Bernice.
I like Amanda. She's highly intelligent, and I know how to listen, and to listen with a purpose. I don't the noise I don't pay attention to, but she do have valid points. And when she when she feel that she's right, she's gonna back you.
Mm-hmm. But I really haven't seen the negative side of her that everybody else sees. But I like her. She ain't pulled up Monique yet.
Exactly.
So. She just teen too much for me. It's just teen too much, and it's like, girl. And I know you wasn't. I understand that you standing up for the black community because you're half black, and you know your black side is because what you apparently see her. You are what you appear to be. Like when we see her, we really don't see her white mother. We see black. Mm-hmm. So I understand that, but girl, like she is just too much. She's too like you walking around here like it's just too much.
With the chip on her shoulder.
Yeah, it's just too much. And girl, you shouldn't even. Not that she didn't have any type of struggles, because she probably did. Being a mixed child, whatever, not getting in.
It's not about struggle for me. It's just her sharing her opinion.
Yeah, but it's overwhelming. It's like It's like too much. It's like everything is a thing, and like, girl, like.
It's a racial thing.
Everything is a racial, like, oh my God. Like I said, it was just giving me that Ebony K from the Housewives of New York.
Everything is not a racial thing. Sometimes it's a people thing. Sometimes it's a women thing. Sometimes it's a male thing.
It's like she's making it a black thing or a black and white thing just for publicity, just to stunt, just to be seen. Like,
I don't think. Because I think if nobody was watching Amanda Seales, she would still say the same thing.
No, she probably would. At this point, but she's still saying the same thing. Nobody wants to listen to her, and she's still talking. Like
she has a platform, and there are people on her platform. I'm just gonna say that. I
mean, she's just a little annoying to me. I think her intentions are good, and I think she got good intentions, but just reel it back in a little bit, just a tad, so people will listen to you. Because you want them, like you said, she does have valid points. But when you have so much noise, it get lost. You don't see the valid points because you just block her out because she becomes annoying.
I get it, but I think that's the cancer in her,
Yes.
So once I just found out that she was a cancer, I was like, oh, okay. Okay, I get it.
Cancers are complainers. They will complain about every
and then they'll be the first ones to cry.
Right.
When you say something back.
They are the double C's, complaining and crying.
But Bernice, thank you for coming on.
Yes.
Did y'all hear about the man who's suing Mariah Carey for All I Want for Christmas?
No, I haven't heard about that. But if anyone is suing Mariah Carey, they got a long battle because that song has been out for a very long time, and she
has made billions off that. She
makes money every year about that.
Like that song is still the #1 Christmas song,
and she makes money on it every year. So I would love to have more information on that. So please send that to me.
Right?
So get more. Send it to me in the DM. But I haven't heard about that.
Right, because as soon as it becomes November, as soon as November roll around.
But at the end of the day, anybody can sue anybody for anything. That doesn't
exactly.
Nicci Gilbert.
That does not mean you have a case. She's been making money off of that for almost as long as I've been alive.
Right.
Hello.
But thank you.
Obviously, they're gonna roll her out in a wheelchair, and she's still singing all live.
She's still gonna make money off of that song.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you, I'm so about to call you Thick Girl. Thank you, Bernice, for coming on here.
No problem. Going to be in college, and she's still going to be making money off that song. But you know what I wanted to talk about real quick too? Nick Cannon, one of the baby mother that's pregnant, addressed on the live. Somebody confronted her about why would you get pregnant by him, and she's like, "What? We are friends. He's a nice person."
You know what?
I'm going to start reporting
for the simple fact that she just had twins last year. I'm not finna be your baby meal. I'm sorry. Give my body a chance to heal. I got twins running around here. I'm not thinking about having another baby.
Like, I don't understand. That's very disturbing to me, especially as a black man. Like, as a black man, you should know the importance of having a father or male figure in the household. You can't possibly be there. I understand that you're rich and you have money, right? But as far as emotionally, physically, you can't be there for all them kids. We saw this on Ayamba when she put all them dolls in that man's lap. Like, you talking about, I take care of my kids. I take care of my kids. But how can you hold 30 kids? You can't even hold 30 kids.
No.
If two of them get,
it's about the money.
But this is just like a lot of times you're going to be raising, like sometimes those kids be raised as a little crazy, a little off, because they feel a little resentment, like why my father wasn't there for me. Like, you know, we had the money, but he wasn't there physically. Because you can't possibly be there physically because you have all these kids. Two of them are going to end up graduating at the same time.
Hold up, breaking news. Hold up.
Ooh, what happened?
It's some beef going on between Marlo and Candy. Let me go to the page.
Uh-oh.
And just so y'all know, I believe Marlo was the one who wrote that note about.
She did. I know she did.
I believe she did too.
That's why I said it was Marlo. Marlo did it.
So let me show, because this is breaking news, y'all. Because I'll be constantly getting stuff. Let me show this, and I'm gonna see if it's cussing on here. Well, I haven't listened to it yet because we're on live, but hopefully it's no cussing. Because they're saying Candy went off on Marlo.
I think Candy could go off without cursing.
Okay, y'all, here it goes.
We just got a clip sent to us, maybe about 2 minutes before you got here. So one of your classmates, Marlo, seems to think that you should be doing more for the culture, and even said that you need to stop talking about sex. So how do you feel hearing that tonight?
So funny. And that's why she be so fake to me. Was it day or last night she was sending us an invite to her thing. She wanted us to come support her in her business or whatever. And I was the first one on the group text, probably the only one. No, one of two of all the housewives who said, "Oh yeah, girl, I'm gonna come be there for you." She gets on my motherfucking nerves. I'm tired of her bullshit. She's fake as fuck. Y'all know I have been doing way more for the community.
Well, that went out the window.
Yeah, she's. I'm gonna stop it right there. But I'm gonna say this: I believe Marlo was the one who wrote that note when they were sitting at the table, saying that Candy was second D
in the locker room.
I totally believe that.
Mm-hmm.
At first,
Marlo wrote it.
At first, I was like, it's either Marlo or Sheree, but Sheree wouldn't go that low. I don't think
you know what it was, and especially at a child's birthday party, all the ladies at the table were mothers except for Marlo. And Marlo is a lot of times when you're not a mom, because I know before I had kids, anything was liable to come out my mouth in front of your kids, and I was looking at your kids like, so you understand. So now that I became a parent, it's like, oh my god, like, and I'm like apologize, like some things I shouldn't have said, but I didn't care.
At a kids party, at a 3-year-old. No, how old is
Brooklyn? Was 3 or 4? And like I said, I think the other ladies knew better than to write something like that. And Marlo is the only suspect that don't have kids. She really don't know what it is to be a parent, to have that, that element at the party and to write that. So she didn't care. And that's how I knew it was her.
Ain't the same as you being a mom. And
right.
But you don't have to be a parent to know that, hey, it's children.
But a lot of times you don't have that. Like, cause I was smoking around kids, like smoking cigarettes. Like my friends,
I know people who smoke around their kids, but
I'm around other people's kids, like because I didn't have kids at the time. So if you brought your kid around and I'm smoking my Newports, and I'm like, oh Danny boy, the pipes are calling. Like, get your kid up out of here because I'm smoking. And they be like, you smoking in front of my kid? Well, then take your kid, because I had no parental, Now, after I had kids, it had to wear on me. After I had my own child, I was like, oh, now I knew what to feel. You had that feeling like protection. So then you wanted to protect other kids. Like, you wouldn't want any harm to come to other kids. You care more. So I think Marlo just didn't care. Like, she didn't experience as a mother. She's a Monty, not a mother. So.
Yeah, I believe it was Marlo. What do you think, Bernice?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I definitely, and Marlo's petty. So I'm
petty as hell.
Did you catch the interview that Marlo did with Carlos King?
I watched part of it, and the way she was trying to explain her and Nene's relationship, it sounded toxic to me.
It was like a bad, like an ex-boyfriend,
Right, you was trying to make it seem like it was so good, but the way you were explaining it is toxic. If somebody beat me up today and then they bring me flowers tomorrow,
yeah, that was a whole abusive relationship.
That's not good. That is abuse.
Yeah,
Nene does abuse her friends. She does.
Yeah,
like she'll whoop.
Well, that's the same thing with Amber and your boy. They was toxic. They shouldn't have got married.
Yeah,
they shouldn't have got married.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Depp, no, they shouldn't have got married.
Amber,
they abused each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
and then you should have got filed for the divorce as soon as you found out she was taking craps in the bed, blaming it on the dog. Like, she had to go. Like, after that, like, wait a minute, you done blamed this whole human crap on my dog. I need to see the dog. How big was the dog?
But I can't tell you what's going on with that case because I am not interested.
But you know what? I know if they had a Maine Coon cat, she wouldn't been able to blame that poop on the Maine Coon cat, because they would have known that cat didn't do it.
Doing this Maine Coon cat. We about to, on that note, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
You,
Okay, guys. Y'all have a good night.
I'm about to put up my GoFundMe for my Maine Coon cat. Help Mace get a Maine Coon.
But I want to thank Thick Girl, Bernice, Ebony, Cleo, Char, Yvette,
Cleo,
Oshina, making
my
their
auntie
in here, and anyone who I may have missed. Anyone who I may have missed, I want to thank everybody who came on the line with us, and anybody who watching the replay. Y'all make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to us.
Yes.
We are giving y'all content every week. So y'all make sure that you tell a friend, send a link to somebody, share it on your page, comment, and let us know.
Are we coming back with this Housewives? Because last week Housewives, I really, I wanted to discuss that. I may do a video because poor Sheree sitting down to that table freezing. A tear almost fell.
We may have to come back to that. We will have to come back to that. But also on Friday, we will be also here with Nola for our BB Ho review.
Yes.
Basketball Wives. For y'all who don't know, we will be back on here for Basketball Wives. So we will see y'all again on Friday.
Hey, CC.
9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. I have to keep reminding myself. So We will see y'all next time. Y'all be safe. And we will see y'all for the mess on Friday. Yeah.
Yes, and try to stay out of the drama.
Stay out of the drama until then, until we see y'all again.
Right.
So this has been another episode of Let's Get Into It. I am Shady B, and this is Mace. We will see y'all next time.